Welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast. I am your host, Tori. It is a thankful, thoughtful Thursday, and I have with me Miss Charlene. How are you?
Hello, I'm well. How are you?
I am wonderful. And of course, Miss Charlene is the founder of Four Giving Hearts. And of course, I always ask you to repeat it as much as possible. Tell everyone tell everybody about the foundation, how you came up with the name,
Mhm.
and all the details that you wanted to share.
Okay, awesome. So I'll focus more on the origination of FGH with more of an emphasis on the heart since we are talking about heart today. So I started a club when I was a teacher at Timmonsville High School, and the club was the Whirlwinds Heart Club. It took on a life of its own. The kids enjoyed all of the festivities and activities and awareness campaigns. The staff members did, the parents and the community members began to hear about it, and they were all supportive of it. And so it became this a life of its own, basically. And I knew that I wanted to be able to participate and be involved in something like that, regardless of what school I went to. So I knew I wanted to be involved in a nonprofit organization in some way that needed to be a separate entity from obviously the club at the school that I started, because I knew I wouldn't be there forever. I loved my time there, but I was, a little bit younger, and I knew that life would take me other places. So I've always loved community service. Life goes on. And by that point, I'd already lost my older brother. But then my baby brother passed away. So my older brother died from sickle cell, and my baby brother was hit by a car. So here you have my love for community service. I started this club called the Whirlwinds Heart Club, and obviously me wanting to carry on the memory and the legacy of my brothers, because we all had one thing in common, and my sister and I are the two remaining, the other two hearts. We all had one thing in common that I think was instilled in us just as young kids, and so we were givers. And when you are a giver, compassion and love and respect and all of that comes into play. And so we gave in our own ways, but we were givers. So you have giving, you have the heart from the heart clubs, and you have the four children, my two brothers who passed away. And then, of course, I'm a twin, so my sister and I remain. So I put it together. You have four giving hearts. And again, I ended up having a separate entity, which I needed, that could stand on its own and be able to do what I wanted to do, which was to empower people, foster giving, foster caring, so that we can have the best life possible. And that is what FGH hopefully does, and does well, with the help of people like you who allow me to come on, the supporters, the volunteers. Thank you all so much. But that's how Forgiven Hearts came to be.
And tell us about tomorrow. Go Red for Women. And also, not only about tomorrow, but tell us
Yeah,
also about some upcoming events.
absolutely. So back again to the referencing to when I was a teacher at Timmonsville High School. That heart club initially started because we were promoting heart health. And so the representative, her name was Jane, and I believe she was out of the office in Myrtle Beach, and she worked with the different schools, getting the kids involved. And she was so sweet and very she just cooperated so much with us, wanting us to spread awareness and get the kids involved. So I signed up for it. I said, sure, I'll do that. And again, it turned into a club. But then from heart health, we started to incorporate other things, but heart health remained the focus of the club. And so I have since then, really, that's where my focus and love for wanting to spread awareness about heart health came to be. Once I realized things like, heart health and women, but just in America together, all together for everyone, is the number one killer. And so I did my research, of course, because I wanted to know, more about Go Red for Women. Why was it Go Red for Women, since it's the number one killer, heart disease and stroke? If it's the number one killer for everyone in America, why are we focusing on women on this particular day? And then I realized, well, for many, many years, the focus, the research was more focused on men. And as I mentioned in our last live, when you realize something is falling short and it's as important, equally as important, you have to give it a boost. And so we have this day, this cause where we are focusing on women, and men are supporting too, because every man every man has someone connected to him that he loves, a sister, a cousin, a mom, an aunt, a friend, whatever the case may be, who we want to be healthy. So we have this day, Go Red for Women. And as you mentioned, it is tomorrow. So I haven't some red today, but don't worry, I'm pulling out more tomorrow. We're going red to spread awareness. It's something about people putting on a color, and you just see a sea of a color. It catches your attention, right? We attend events, an all black event, an all white event, whatever the case may be, and it helps catch people's attention. And especially when you start posting it all over social media, which is what we want people to do. We want people to post it on social media. We want people to use that hashtag Go Red for Women. And it is American Heart Month. Of course, it's American Heart Month, right? We're talking about Love Month and all. And not to mention, it is also Black History Month. But we want people to post their pictures, send their pictures to us wearing red, men and women, boys and girls. And we want to post them as well on our social media. And what we do is when the pictures are sent to us, we release more and more facts with those pictures. So it's a more interesting way to get information out, because social media is very popular. I don't see it going anywhere, but definitely during this pandemic, it's so popular. But I don't want people just to scroll past a post that has words on it. But what people tend to stop for is a picture, right? A picture, maybe a familiar face. I'm like, I know her, or who is that person? And that gets the person to stop. So with every picture, we share information, we share facts, like 1 in 3 women are die from heart disease or stroke. We share facts like only 1 in 5 women believe or know that cardiovascular diseases actually accounts for the most deaths amongst women. And again, it's amongst everyone, but because we're focusing on women for this day, we find ourselves saying women. So it's important that we're able to share this information, because we believe for most people, if you know better, you do better. It's always interesting. And these other diseases and cancers and things are very, very, very important. But if you tell someone the awful news that you have cancer, you really don't have to say much. The importance and the gravity of it hits you immediately just hearing it, right? It's like hearing the word cancer. But we tend to not have that same reaction when, as I mentioned, my older brother passed away from sickle cell. When you say sickle cell, you don't really get that same reaction. Why? Because there are still a lot of people who do not know about sickle cell. So it is a goal of FGH to spread awareness about it. You say heart disease. Yes, people may have started to come around a little bit more, but it still doesn't get the same reaction 9 times out of 10 from my experience as if you were to say the awful word cancer. So we want people to pay attention to it all. We wish that we could eradicate it all, right? Because it's killing people, it's killing our friends, our loved ones, and we want it all to end. And so that's the purpose of the Go Red for Women campaign. We want to spread awareness so that we can come together, because what can we not achieve as women, right? We want to come together, and with all our supporters with us, we want to come together and spread awareness so that we can save ourselves and do our part to live a better and longer life.
And it's an all-day event. Am I correct?
Absolutely. It's an all day event. So I was a funny story. So I was talking to one of my other friends and I said, "Oh, honey, I'm posting red throughout the day, right?" So I don't know if I'm going to be posting it on my personal page or the FGH page, but definitely posting something on FGH. But I'm going to be posting red throughout the day with information because it is, we can give it a day, right? We want to spread awareness all year, right? But when you have a day that you can kind of focus in on it, it has an even stronger impact because there's so much going on. We're hearing about pandemic and the vaccinations and all these different things, the flu or not the flu, all of that. But when you have this one day, everyone is kind of looking forward to it. You hate that it exists, but you're excited about spreading awareness. You're excited about getting better. You're excited about the better life you will have when you begin to make those lifestyle changes.
Right. And of course, you got some other upcoming events coming up. Tell us about the upcoming events you got coming up.
Absolutely. So it is, as I mentioned, love month. We love month, right? We show love all year long. We know we do with our families and our friends. We may want to focus on a little bit more. That may have been part of your New Year's goal. Spend more time with family and friends. Although I think we have definitely probably been able to do a little bit more of it with those maybe in our household, but we may not have been able to do quite as much with those who are not living with us because of the pandemic. So one of our goals, like myself, would be to spend more time and spread love. Well, that's also a goal for FGH. I want to spend time and spread love with my family and my dear friends, but we also want to foster that in our communities because when we can spread love, when we can help people alleviate a problem, worry about one thing less, give you one fewer thing to worry about, it makes me happy. It makes my board members happy. It makes the volunteers happy. It makes the people who donate the items happy because even if just for a moment, again, we wish we could give everyone and fulfill everyone's needs, but we may not have that in our capacity as an individual. But if everyone does his or her part, we definitely can. Here's that cliche: one person at a time, we can make the world a better place. But it is so true because one person comes, another person comes, another person comes, then we start to unite and we really can start to solve problems. So we're going to spread love. I say all of that to say we're going to spread love throughout the month of February. So we're beginning by spreading love and awareness tomorrow. We're spreading facts, our spotlights on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sunday about Black History Month of people who contributed to all of us, but South Carolinians. And so we want to give them their flowers or just, hey, make you aware of someone and what they did, the blessing they were to us while they were alive, if that person or persons have already left us. And on the 12th of February, we're going to pick back up with loads of love from FGH. So with loads of love from FGH is really when we pop up at the laundromats. We have our service area, the PD and the Low Country, and we're going to just show people love. And it's going to be an unexpected showing of love. We're going to provide them with funds to wash their clothes and give them the products that they need, some detergents and, the dryer sheets. We want to just show love. And it's sometimes the smallest acts of kindness, especially those unexpected acts of kindness that means so much because many people dread or have to figure out how are they going to have enough money to wash clothes, or they end up piling too much clothes in the washer because they don't have enough money to separate their clothes. All the things that sometimes, if you're in a better place in life, you tend to, forget, or it's just not at the forefront of your mind until maybe something happens or someone shares their story with you. And so when we do our research of what we can do to help people, we know that this is an area where people need help. And of course, we're all open. We all accept acts of kindness, from people. And then hopefully those who are in a position to do so will pay it forward and do the same, if not in that way, a different way, even if it's just a smile or a hug or a card or a letter or a hello or how are you, however it is that you show love, because people show love differently. So I always tell people, you learn people and how it is that they show love, and also how it is that people want to accept love. And if I know that giving you a pack of dryer sheets is going to brighten up your day, honey, let me find a few dollars because I want to brighten up your day. Let me once again give you one less thing to worry about. So we have that on the 12th of February. And again, it's just a pop-up. So we don't really tell an exact location or time. We literally just pop up. And we did that last year, and we partnered with the church. And again, I gave a shout out to my girl Adrian, who reached out to me, and we had a fabulous time with her church. And at some point, the goal is to be able to buy out a whole laundromat and just have anyone come to wash their laundry. So we will get there, but until we do, this is how we're spreading love. All right, so that's the 12th. And on the 13th, because I told you last time, we're going bam, 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 because I love her, right? So it's like it's my Oprah moment. I may not be able to give everybody cars, right? But we're gonna come at you. So on the 13th, from 11 to 1 at 702 South Coit Street, we are partnering with an amazing organization, Empowered to Heal. So we will be collabing with them and giving away items, essential items. We know that many people still need things, especially during the pandemic. If you're not working, or maybe you're working, less, whatever the case may be, you have to stay home, or someone has to stay home to be with the kids. For some reason, there may not be as much money coming in. So when you have to decide between electricity and water and all these major bills, and a bar of soap or deodorant, whatever the case may be, obviously we make the choice that we have to make. But we want to do our part to reduce the chances of people having to make that choice. So we're going to be giving away some items. We're giving away while they last, we're giving away masks, because we want everyone to be safe and continue to wear your mask. We're giving away hand sanitizer, socks, because socks is one of the things one of the most critical needs, actually, when you talk about what people need, especially during the winter months. But we wear socks, obviously, with different shoes throughout the year. So we're giving away socks. We're going to give away bags and snacks, just different things that we're calling our Way of Caring. That's the name of the event, Way of Caring. Okay. And that's how we're going to show love. We're going to give away those care packages. It's a drive-through event because we want to be safe, as contactless as possible. Again, wear your mask, but we'll provide one for you as long as supplies last during that event as well. So again, that's 11 to 1 at 702 South Coit Street. It is the Way of Caring event with Empowered to Heal. And all of this information is posted on our social media pages. Just type in Forgiven Hearts, FOUR, and you will get all of the details. We will continue to post about it. You won't forget about it if you follow us. So please do that.
And of course, I was telling Charlene prior to us going on the air that I came across the Go Red for Women declaration. So y'all, this is my first time sharing my screen. So if I mess up, bear with me. I'm gonna try to pull it up so you guys can read along. So Charlene, don't.
No, you are good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I'm gonna try to share my screen. Let me try this again. Okay. Now I'm going to make it full size so I can actually read it. Okay, it's the Go Red for Women Declaration. We believe in the power of a woman's heart, the power to love, the strength to fight, and the will to overcome. But there's a force that threatens our hearts and is killing our mothers, sisters, daughters, and friends. The time is now to take a stand against heart disease and fight side by side for as long as it takes. We go red for women who are rocked by a diagnosis and struggling through treatment so they may emerge victorious to embrace life. We go red for women who touched so many lives before they lost their own. We go red for women to speak up for more research and swifter action for women's health. We go red for women because it's time to put our health first. We go red for women because no one should fight alone. For each other, we are a hand to hold, a shoulder to cry on, a backbone that always stays strong. When we go red for women, we step up whenever and wherever so that every woman may live, and we will never stop until this fight is won. Because the power of a woman's heart is the difference between death and life. Together, we go red for women.
And I love it. And I just love that repetitiveness of the we go red, because I tell people, that we have this number 80 that we talk about. 80%, about 80% of cardiovascular events can be prevented. 80%. And every 80 seconds, a woman dies. So it's important. Think about that. 80 seconds, someone dies, a woman dies. So we definitely want to do our part. Eat well, stop smoking if you smoke, exercise, know your numbers, keep up with your cholesterol and your blood pressure and all those things, so that we can not only go red for women, we can save women.
Right. Now, before we go, you have definitely got to tell people how to get in contact with you, all your social media platforms, if there's a number, email, all of that good stuff, so we can stay in touch with you.
Absolutely. So Forgiven Hearts, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and recently on LinkedIn. Just type in FOUR Giving Hearts. The number 864-381-8430, and feel free to text as well. 864-381-8430. You may visit our website at www.forgivenhearts.org. www.forgivenhearts.org. We appreciate all the support, in-kind and monetary donations, which help us to continue to move forward and make the impact in our community and hopefully surrounding communities, because we reach so many people and we don't turn people down by your continuous support. So please, if you would like to be a volunteer, let me say that, please contact us as well. We can send you an application and hopefully get you on our team up with FGH.
Sounds good. And also, you guys, everyone is going to go red tomorrow. Make sure you post those pictures. And Charlene, what's those hashtags again?
Yes, so post your pictures. Go red FGH. That way we see it, or you can DM us at either one of those platforms or email forgivenhearts@gmail.com. But go red for women, hashtag go red for women, hashtag go red FGH. And of course, it is American Heart Month, so hashtag American Heart Month.
And make sure, if you guys remember, tag Forgiven Hearts, or like she said, you can go to their page, post it on the page, or you can inbox it to their inbox so they can share your pictures. So we want to turn red tomorrow, all day tomorrow.
All day, yes.
Well, Charlene, it's always a pleasure having you. And like I said, anytime you need me, I am a phone call, text, email away.
Absolutely. And I appreciate it. I really appreciate you. You're a blessing.
You're welcome. And you guys, if you did not catch the beginning, you can watch the replay. We stream live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. So feel free to go back and watch the replay, and all the information is there. If you need further information, you can also leave whatever you need us to know in the comments as well. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.